This chair is worth a full stimulus check, $1,400. Is it worth $1,400? I'm Alex, and you are now entering the Hypnotics. We're going to be talking about the Herman Miller Logitech combination Embody gaming chair. When you think of a gaming chair, a very specific mold of a cedar comes to mind. They usually consist of this like T-shaped head and neck support with racing ergonomic roots that look like some sort of Iron Man armor. This chair we're reviewing today, however, is absolutely none of that. If anything, this chair actually looks like any ordinary office cedar you may find on a Fortune 500 company. That's because this chair is made by a company named Herman Miller, which is synonymous with premium office furniture. There are many Herman Miller chairs in offices across the world, but what makes this chair so unique is that Herman Miller partnered with computer accessory maker Logitech to come up with a design specifically with gamers and their habits in mind. The Herman Miller Embody chair is a staple for office work chatter. Pam from The Office said it the best. The chair you sit in for the hours and hours a day has to be the most important purchase of your setup, like chairs over printers, right? It's the Embody brand lots of us have come to admire, but with the signature Logitech turquoise blue accents that we've come to love. We'll get into the details of what makes this chair valued at an MSRP of $1,495. That is also the price which I bought this chair for during the height of the stay-at-home orders of the COVID-19 pandemic. To size up the situation, the most expensive office chair I have purchased with my own funds, not affiliated with a job, is a measly $300. I say measly as if that isn't a big chunk of money, but clearly in the scope of actual science-based ergonomics, that's a quarter to a dollar. While looking for a better chair on the orders of my chiropractor, I have some nagging high school sports back injuries, I quickly came to the realization that of all the desk setup accessories, the chairs are where the money really sinks into. I've never really cared much for branding of the science behind the chair's design up until my back literally couldn't stand sitting anymore in 2020. My keyboard, my computer, my monitor, all the RGB lights in the world don't have a physical impact on me. The chair, it does. I, more than anybody, have to really take this aspect seriously before it gets too late. Like most of you out there, I scoured the internet to see what the difference is between this version and the regular Embody was. And all I could really come up with, as I don't have a standard Embody with me to compare, is that aside from the color accents representing Logitech, there's a slight angle difference in the support of the spine that is supposedly beneficial to people who sit in a gaming position, whatever that means. If I'm going to buy a $1,000 plus chair with minimal differences, I may as well purchase the one that screams more millennial than anything else. I mean, why not? Here's what the Logitech version of the Embody does for your body. More foam allows for a better active position. The posture fit spine looking design apparently copies your spine's standing position, while the pressure points of the seat evenly distribute the force from your weight in order to help with blood flow. Sounds nifty, right? Can I vouch after sitting in this chair for 7+ months that my body feels better taken care of while in this chair? Absolutely not. While everything about the G Body is of high quality, including all the adjustment points from arm height to width to back fit and depth, comfortability can also be obtained with chairs half this price. At least I think so. So while yes, I do feel comfortable sitting in this chair for long periods of time, there is no way I can explain or even notice the science-backed benefits. In all honesty, that's just the truth. All I can simply say is that I was not let down by the build quality nor the comfort level my butt and spine feel. I do like the foam fabric Herman Miller uses in this chair, as I have yet to really feel my seat wet and, with sweat. Yes, butt and back sweat on the chairs is a real thing. Apparently, this is also one of those differences from the original Embody. There is like this patented type of technology that keeps the chair cool for gamers in this chair. Gamers sweat a lot. The same goes for lumbar support, which is actually quite important for car seats as well. Many gaming chairs have a lumbar pillow area that provides that lumbar support. The Embody relies on this like posture fit spinal system that supports the lower spine point. I can vouch at least for this aspect that my spine does feel extremely supported, even like right now. I may even claim that it's the most lumbar support I've ever felt in any type of seating. My spine stays in essentially the same position when my back rest tilts back ever so slightly. That's pretty cool. The first of my only two complaints about the G Embody would be that the chair is quite heavy to roll around on. And while Herman Miller claims that the wheels are able to tread on both hard floor and carpets, the weight of this makes it quite difficult to move efficiently. This isn't specifically an Embody trait, as many chairs of similar size and shape also have more weight behind it thanks to all the adjustable mechanisms. And the second would be that the elbow rest, they're a little bit too hard for my liking. It's foam plastic-like material, but it just doesn't feel too inviting on the exposed skin. And I definitely sat on chairs with harder arm pads, but with this price point, I was hoping for an ideal fit here. There are just some things you have to have in your life that just make sense. A solid supporting chair for somebody who sits in a chair most of their working adult life? Yeah, that does sound like an item worth investing in. Does it make sense to invest $1,500? Well, I'll simply say that I do enjoy using the Embody Logitech Edition, but if it were easier to dismantle and ship back and I was a little less lazy, I probably would have returned it. And that's just the truth of how I feel about this chair. I don't know if I can honestly tell the difference between a $600 chair and a $1,500 one in the long run. So really, what is the difference? As I'm literally trying to ask you guys, for those of you guys out there who have sat on many more chairs than I have, what is the difference between this $1,500 chair and say like a $600 chair from Steelcase or even Herman Miller themselves? Like, they all make really good office chairs and you can use them for gaming as well, right? Having this chair really gives you bragging rights. Like, it's an expensive chair. It's a good looking chair. It really fits in with the whole gaming mold and also as an office chair. So, bragging rights. That really is it. $1,400 bragging rights, stimulus check. I call it the stimulus check chair. I wish I had somebody writing some like really funny lines that I can fill here and then we can have some really good outro. But unfortunately, none of us here are smart enough to do that.